Good morning, each one of you, class 11D. We shall now begin with today's topic, that is comparative study of different forms of business organization. As we have already seen, there are 5 different types of business organizations. Right from the easiest one, that is the sole proprietorship, we have discussed. So sole proprietorship, then we discussed Hindu undivided family, then we talked about the cooperative societies, partnership firms, and finally the joint stock company. Yesterday only we have ended up all the procedure steps involved in the forming up of a joint stock company, and this makes very clear to you how these 5 different organizations are different from each other in terms of members, in terms of liability, in terms of raising their capital, in terms of being legal or not being legal, in terms of management, who performs the management of a sole proprietorship, how is the management of a company is done, for what purpose a sole proprietorship takes place, for what purpose a company takes place. We have discussed in detail about it. However, I have shared a chart with you which contains a comparative study. So today, just to revise the chapter, because this is your chapter for the second term unit test also, forms of business organization, kindly go through this chapter. You will require a lot of time because this is the longest chapter of your book also. Forms of business organization, let us start with formation. The first basis of difference is formation. Let us find out how a sole proprietorship is formed. A sole proprietorship formation is the easiest. If the proprietor feels like that he is going to open up a business which is to be run and maintained solely by him, he can open that. There are no legal formalities required as such. Then when it comes to partnership, for partnership also there is easy formation, only a partnership deed is required. For a Hindu undivided family, again it is very easy as compared to a company. Then when we talk about a cooperative society, of course a registration is required, minimum members are required, and then after filling up the details, after getting it registered with the registrar of cooperatives, then a cooperative society comes into existence. For a joint stock company, it is a step-by-step formation. What are the 3 steps involved? Can anyone tell me? If so, I'll be grateful. The first step in the formation of a joint stock company is the presence of a promoter. What does he do? The promotion. It involves a series of activities. Then after that, the next step is called incorporation, where after the documents are ready, it is to be filed, and later on what happens? The capital subscription. For a public company, the capital subscription happens. So when it comes to formation, the formation of a joint stock company is the most complicated, whereas that of a sole proprietorship is the easiest. Point number 2, members. How many members are there for a sole proprietor business?
One.
Only one member. अच्छा, if he wants, okay, if he wants वो अपने helper ज़रूर appoint कर सकता है. ऐसा नहीं है. If he is sitting in the shop, so he will manage the cleaning also, he will show goods, he will display the goods to the customers also, and he will manage the account also. Not like that. But he can appoint helpers. लेकिन जो in chargeship होती है, ownership होती है, that lies only with the one person, and he is the sole proprietor or the owner. So sole proprietor, only one member, and there can be helpers to him for sure. For a partnership, what is the minimum limit of members? Come on. 2. Very good. And what should be the maximum limit of members for a partnership for? Yes, how many? 50. 50. Okay, there can be 50 members. Not talking about Hindu undivided family. How many minimum members have to be there? Minimum 2 members, Karta and the other fellow, one more person apart from the Karta should be there. What is the maximum limit for a Hindu undivided family? Karan Mishra, can you tell us?
No limit.
Zia, I think I have seen you for the first time in the class, right?
Ma'am, there is no limit for a
I'm talking to a few of them,
0.
that is why. Okay, so there is no maximum limit because a joint Hindu family can be as big as it wants to be, and it can be as small as to limiting number of members to 2, 5, 7, 10, as many. So minimum 1 who's karta and 1 more person. So minimum 2 and maximum as many members are there in the family, 5, 6 and so on. Then for a cooperative society, the minimum number of members have to be 10. What is the maximum limit for a cooperative? What is the maximum limit for a cooperative society?
No limit.
There is no limit as such for a cooperative society to have maximum members. All those who join together for a common purpose, they can join the forum, they can join the society. Now for partnership, for a private company, minimum 2 and maximum. For a private company, minimum 2 and maximum how many members?
200, I guess.
You are not sure?
No.
Minimum has to be 2 and maximum 200 in case of private limited company. In case of public limited company, minimum?
Ma'am, 7.
Okay. And what is the maximum limit for a public company? The company which asks subscription. No limit. As many people will buy the shares, we are not in a state to count them. कि पूरी कंट्री में से कितने लोगों ने हमारी कंपनी के शेयर्स परचेज किए हैं and they have become the owners. We cannot calculate it as such, and it is not needed also because there is a free transfer of shares also. किसी ने खरीदा, किसी ने बेचा and so on. So minimum 7 and maximum no limit for a public limited company. Please watch out today's discussion because it is going to help you in your exam as well. And those who are dependent on the books that they are going to take help, let me tell you, it will be very difficult for you to look for the answers. Next is capital contribution. Now who contributes capital in a sole proprietor business? It is the only person who is the proprietor. He only contributes. Now what about the capital of a partnership firm? Who contributes in a partnership firm?
The partners invest in the
Partners
As many partners are there. जो एक्टिव पार्टनर्स या स्लीपिंग पार्टनर्स भी होते हैं, दे कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट फॉर द कैपिटल. दे व्हेन दे जॉइन द पार्टनरशिप फर्म एज अ पार्टनर, दे हैव टू ब्रिंग इन सम अमाउंट एज देयर अमाउंट ऑफ कैपिटल. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली. जितनी उनकी इनहेरिटेड प्रॉपर्टी होती है एंसेस्टर्स से, जो भी पुश्तैनी प्रॉपर्टी होती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द कैपिटल फॉर द हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली. Next is for a cooperative society. Who is going to bear the capital for a cooperative society? Come on.
the members.
The members of the cooperative society which are limited. Minimum?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is no limit to maximum for sure. So they can contribute capital. Suppose in a cooperative society there are 70 members. So all those 70 members are going to contribute as per the management committee or the decisive committee has to decide. Now for a company, for a joint stock company, what is the capital contribution? As many shares are there, the people are going to buy them. It's more expensive shares. The companies, for example, State Bank of India है या Reliance India Limited है, iShares है, their shares are really very expensive. 1000 plus भी होते हैं. For Starbucks, for many companies, Tata Global, Tanishq के shares, they are very expensive. And ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव शेयर्स सेल आउट करेंगे, मोर कैपिटल दे विल गेट. द मैक्सिमम कैपिटल विच दे गेट इज़ टू द मैक्सिमम लिमिट ऑफ ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल. जब भी कंपनी स्टार्ट होती है, एज मच एज ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल इज़ डिसाइडेड बिफोर हैंड. जो इन द स्टेप्स ऑफ फॉर्मेशन में कंपनी डिसाइड करती है कि उसकी कितनी ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल होगी. अप टू मैक्सिमम ऑफ ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल लिमिट इट कैन रेज इट्स कैपिटल. और जिससे वो काम करती है, इट इज़ कॉल्ड द पेड अप कैपिटल. जो एक्चुअल में कैपिटल रिसीव हो गई होती है, इट इज़ पेड अप कैपिटल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ऑथराइज्ड इज 5 crores, बट उनको अभी उतने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. दे आर वर्किंग विद 1 crore ओनली, मे बी 2 crores, मे बी 3, 4, मैक्सिमम टू द एक्सटेंट ऑफ 5 crores. So according to the authorized capital, the maximum limit of capital could be determined for a company. Now the next basis of difference is liability. How much is the liability for a sole proprietor?
It has to be
Unlimited. How much is his profit share? Unlimited. So brother, when you enjoy maximum profit, you have to bear maximum responsibility also. So the liability is unlimited. Now what about partnership? Limited liability or unlimited?
Ma'am,
It has to be,
unlimited but divided equally.
yes, it has to be unlimited until the partners decide out of A, B, C, A is having a limited liability. अगर किसी partner की as per the pre-agreement limited liability है, then they will not have unlimited liabilities. Then in the case of winding up, then in the case of closure of partnership, उसको सिर्फ limited amount ही pay करना होगा. It's not that कि उसको अपने personal assets भी sell करने पड़े. Now what about Hindu undivided family? Whose liability? Limited of whom and unlimited of whom? Come on.
Ma'am, unlimited for Karta and limited for others.
Very good. Limited for other members and unlimited for Karta. Whoever is the Karta of HUF, उसकी liability unlimited होती है. If the other members can't contribute to the loss, no, the Karta has to bear all the loss. So suppose I am the Karta and my brother, younger brother, my son and this and that, they are all the members. And if they fail to pay in case of any loss which is borne by HUF, I have to pay from my personal assets as well. So the liability of Karta is unlimited, whereas the liability of members is limited to some extent. Now what about the cooperative society? They also have limited. Very good. They also have limited liability because it is limited only to the extent of their capital contribution. जितना उन्होंने cooperative society में capital contribute किया है उतनी उनकी liability है. Now what about company? What about a joint stock company?
I'm limited.
For the shareholders, limited or unlimited?
Limited.
Ma'am,
It is limited to the extent of shares purchased by them. जितने उनके shares हैं उतनी ही हिस्सेदारी है उनकी, उतनी ही ownership है. Suppose I have 1% shares of any company. I am liable to pay that 1% of the loss. 1% of the loss also because I am a shareholder for 1%. I have a titleship of 1% only. Who will bear the remaining 99%? The other 99% shareholders are going to bear the other losses. What about control and management? Who controls and manages a sole proprietor?
I'm by the owner. All decisions are made by the owner.
Decisions are to be made by the owner. He has to decide he capable he is or incapable. He has to decide. What about partnership, control and management?
Consent of all partners.
It is to be done with the consent of all the partners. If A, B, C, D, 4 partners are there, A, B, C agrees and D does not agree, it means that decision cannot be implemented because सारे partners को agree करना ज़रूरी होता है. Now for HUF.
Sleeping partners also.
Okay, just a minute. Now in terms of sleeping partner or other partner, a sleeping partner, a nominal partner, a partner by estoppel. Remember there is a term called partner by estoppel that we have discussed, and a partner by holding out. These partners cannot participate in the management. It is the active partner who can participate and the secret partner who can participate in the management. Sleeping partner cannot participate in the management. ही इज स्लीपिंग, उसे कुछ पता ही नहीं है कि बिजनेस में क्या हो रहा है. वो पार्टनर क्यों है? क्योंकि सिर्फ वो मेंबर है उस पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म का और उसने कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूट करी है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट उसको कुछ नहीं पता कि फॉर्म में क्या हो रहा है. तो उसको डिसीजन मेकिंग के लिए इन्वॉल्व करेंगे तो क्या होगा? प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाएंगी. ही विल टेक रॉन्ग डिसीजंस. सो इन दैट केस मैनेजमेंट सीक्रेट पार्टनर और एक्टिव पार्टनर तो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं मैनेजमेंट में, स्लीपिंग पार्टनर पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता है. क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
Next point. What about a Hindu undivided family?
Karta takes all the decisions.
Of course, he will take suggestions from the other members of HUF, but it is the Karta who has to decide that what are the decisions which are going to be implemented. And now the next thing is for a cooperative society. Who manages and controls the cooperative society?
Ma'am, elected managing committee.
There is an elected managing committee. Now you see, the members of the cooperative society, there are so many जिनके अंदर हेल्प करने का जज्बा तो है, लेकिन मैनेजमेंट डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर्स नहीं है. मैनेजमेंट पावर्स नहीं है, डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर्स नहीं है. इन दैट केस, to prevent themselves from the further losses, what are they going to do? They are going to vote and decide upon a management committee. Now the management committee contains all those members who are good enough. Now if you remember, जैसे एक मैनेजमेंट कमेटी फॉर्म होती है, एल्डरमैन होते हैं ना, नगर पंचायत में, ग्राम पंचायत में एल्डरमैन होते हैं, आपने सिविक्स में पढ़ा होगा. उनको अपॉइंट किया जाता है, पीपल इन पावर के थ्रू ही अपॉइंट होते हैं वो, लेकिन डिसीजन मेकिंग सारी वही लोग करते हैं. इन द सिमिलर वे द मैनेजमेंट committee takes all the decision for a cooperative society. Who takes the decision regarding a company?
Ma'am,
It
board
is
of
taken by
directors.
the board of directors. और board of directors कौन होते हैं? Who are the board of directors? These are the elected members. Who elects them?
Ma'am, shareholders.
Very good. Shareholders. And that too, which shareholders? Equity shareholders. There are two types of shares, no? जिसमें से equity shareholders ज़्यादा डीप लेवल तक ओनर्स होते हैं. प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स को पैसों के मामले में प्रेफरेंस होती है, लेकिन डिसीजन मेकिंग और ओनरशिप के मैटर में इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स ही ज़्यादा उनका ही ज़्यादा वेटेज होता है. ऑलराइट, नाउ नेक्स्ट, कंटिन्यूटी. टॉकिंग अबाउट कंटिन्यूटी, व्हाट इज द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ अ सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप? आज है, कल नहीं भी है. There's no legal backing.
Unstable.
So the sole proprietorship, the continuity is very limited. What about partnership?
It depends on partners.
It also comes to an end as per the will of the partners. Remember, partnership at will and a particular partnership.
Yes.
Partnership at will comes to an end the moment partners decide खत्म करते हैं ये business, बंद करते हैं ये firm. That is done. Now partnership, particular partnership means as soon as the task is accomplished, as soon as the task is completed, the partnership will come to an end. Next, HUF.
Unstable business.
It continues.
It is continued and it is
hereditary.
stable.
Yes, it has a hereditary existence. Means if the karta dies or if the other person of the family dies, the business will still continue. However, in case of partnership, अगर किसी पार्टनर की डेथ हो जाती है या कोई नए पार्टनर का एडमिशन भी होता है, in that case also सब चीज़ चेंज हो जाती है, रिवैल्यू हो जाते हैं सारे असेट्स एंड लाइबिलिटीज़, और पार्टनरशिप फिर से एक नए सिरे से शुरू करनी पड़ती है. डू यू वांट टू आस्क एनीथिंग? इन दैट केस please ask, otherwise you can keep your mics off. Cooperative society, it is also stable because किसी के आने और किसी के जाने से cooperative के existence पर फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. What about a company? Not at all affected by the coming and going of any owner. I buy shares, I sell them. Company's working has no connection to it. It has got nothing to do with that. Now, continuity for a company is the strongest. For a cooperative society also it runs. Partnership comes to an end after the admission and retirement and death, and it's reconstituted. It restarts. A sole proprietorship also, it also comes to an end as soon as the activity, as soon as the sole proprietor wants the company to close. Now let us write a question and try to solve it out. Please write this in rough. Aditya is a promoter in a company. Write down the question. Aditya is a promoter in a company. Before the company is formed, he enters into a contract. With XYZ for purchase of land and also agrees to pay rupees 10 crore within a period of 2 months. And he agrees to pay rupees 10 crores within a period of 2 months. The company was formed within 1 month. Remember, as soon as the incorporation is done, the company comes into existence. Are you asking something, Enama?
Ma'am, after Aditya, what's the line after Aditya?
Aditya is promoting a company. He is a promoter in a company. Before the company was formed, he enters into a contract with XYZ, it is some other organization, for purchase of land, and also agrees to pay rupees 10 crores within a period of 2 months. within a period of 2 months. The company was formed within 1 month. द डिटेल्स अंडरस्टूड. आदित्य एक प्रमोटर है, उसने DLF के साथ एक दूसरा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया वेयर ही परचेज्ड अ लैंड एंड व्हाट ही डिड, ही प्रॉमिस्ड देम टू पे ₹10 crore विद इन 2 months. बट कंपनी स्टार्ट हो गई विद इन 1 month ओनली. On the basis of this situation, this is a case study. On the basis of this situation, answer the following questions. What type of contract is entered? Remember, ये वो वाला कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है जो कंपनी के स्टार्ट होने से पहले किया गया है. What type of contract is entered by Aditya? What type of contract is this? A contract which is made by a promoter before the company starts is called a preliminary contract. Okay, it is called a preliminary contract. So what type of contract is this? This is a preliminary contract. जब तक वो कंपनी जिसका प्रमोटर है आदित्य, it does not comes into existence, तब तक आदित्य is free to do whatever he wants with some other organization as well. Next question. Is the contract legally binding on the company? Because the company is not in existence, the contract is not legally binding. Write down. Is the contract legally binding on the company? Legally binding on the company means अगर ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो आदित्य ने XYZ के साथ किया, अगर इस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी तो क्या XYZ आदित्य जिस कंपनी का प्रमोटर है उसको लीगली सू कर सकते हैं? लीगली सू नहीं कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये तो उस समय की बात है जब कंपनी एग्जिस्टेंस में है ही नहीं. सो यू कैन राइट नो, देयर इज नो लीगल बाइंडिंग. No comma, there is no legal binding. Next question on the same situation. Can XYZ Limited hold Aditya liable for payment of money? Can XYZ hold Aditya liable for payment of money? Can XYZ hold Aditya liable for payment of money? Now you tell me, Aditya has promised XYZ. Is he liable to pay the money or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he is liable to pay the money, because even if it is a preliminary contract, जिसने वो preliminary contract start किया है उसकी liability होती है उस preliminary contract को complete करने की. कंपनी के इनकॉर्पोरेशन से पहले भी, अगर इनकॉर्पोरेशन से पहले भी एंटर किया preliminary contract को, तब भी he is liable to complete the contract. अब उसने 2 crore rupees within 2 months देने का promise कर दिया था, he has to pay. So you can write yes, Aditya is liable. Since the board has not yet decided and given us the sample papers, we have to practice these kind of questions as they can be there as objective type. Next is, what can the company do to prevent Aditya from such a situation? What can a company do in order to prevent Aditya from such a situation? The company can enter into a fresh contract with XYZ. The company can enter into a fresh contract with XYZ to honor the contract made by Aditya. इन कॉरपोरेशन के पहले के जितने भी प्रिलिमिनरी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स हैं, अगर कंपनी उन्हें भी पूरा करना चाहती है, इफ़ इट वांट्स टू कंप्लीट देम एज वेल, देन व्हाट डू दे हैव टू डू? उन्हें एक फ्रेश कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बना लेना चाहिए सेम पीपल के साथ आफ्टर इनकॉर्पोरेशन, ताकि वो उसे लीगली कंप्लीट करने के लिए लायबल हो, वो अपनी जिम्मेदारी को पूरा कर सके. सो येस, द कंपनी कैन एंटर इनटू अ फ्रेश कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद XYZ टू ऑनर आदित्याज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. आदित्य की बात भी रह जाएगी और जो लाइबिलिटी है वो लीगली पूरी भी कर देगी कंपनी आफ्टर इनकॉर्पोरेशन. Read it out once again. If you could not connect with the answers, you can discuss it with me on the next turn also. One more question, one last question. Which form of business organization is suitable for the following contracts? out of the 5 types of business organizations that we have studied, you tell which one is suitable for the following situations. Which form of business organization is suitable? Which form of business organizations is suitable in the following cases? In the following cases. Case 1. The business organization should have stability and continuity. If I want that my business should have stability and continuity, which form of business organization should I opt for? It should have stability and continuity. Yes.
Cooperative society and company.
Maximum stability. Which one will have maximum stability? Company, right? So you can write, they can go for a joint stock company. Next case, there should be minimum expense in starting the business. कम से कम में एक और दूसरा पर्सन आया, he said minimum amount में मेरा business start हो जाए. मुझे कौन सा business करना चाहिए?
Sole proprietor.
Very good. I should do a sole proprietor type of business. Or do you have third period, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we must leave in 2 minutes. Okay, so there should be minimum expense. Means what should he do? He should do sole proprietor. Right, and the next condition. The business organization should be suitable from the point of view of investors. It should be suitable. सबसे ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टर्स को ध्यान में रख के कौन काम करता है? जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी, पब्लिक लिमिटेड, public company. Remember, it has to work everything under the guidelines of SEBI. What is SEBI? Securities, SEBI, Securities and
Business Investors.
Securities and Exchange Board of India. Come on. So case 3, the business organization should be suitable from the point of view of investors. It should be a public company. Okay? A company or public company. If you see in the options public company is written, तो company को tick नहीं करेंगे, फिर public company को ही tick करेंगे. Question number 4. Ancestral property is used in business. ऐसा कौन सा business करें कि
MHUF.
You should do HUF. Right down. The ancestral property to be used in doing the business. So I hope you are able to solve this question, right? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. The ancestral property is to be used for doing the business. Which business to do? HUF. Kar lo? You should do HUF so that your business can be using ancestral property. Case 5, the last one. More funds and professional services. More funds I want more money. What should I opt for?
Cooperative society. Cooperative society or joint stock?
Company, joint stock company. More funds and more professional services. Remember, cooperative society is set up for a service motive. Help के लिए होते हैं. Professional services नहीं होती हैं उसमें. मीन्स मोटिव नहीं होता है बेसिकली इस काम का, सब प्रॉफिट मेकिंग का. सो देर मे बी प्रोफेशनल्स, देर मे नॉट बी प्रोफेशनल्स, बट फॉर कंपनी इट इज सोल एंड सोल प्रॉफिट मोटिव ओनली. आई एम हियर टू मेक प्रॉफिट्स. इट मीन्स इट हैज़ टू बी अ company, a joint stock company. So children, if time allows, we will discuss some more questions. I will send you one more type of questions. Identify the type of cooperative societies. It is going to be easy. Please do that in your registers, and tomorrow you have to come for collecting your registers. Okay.